Alright, y'all, so let's break it down like this. Now, when the season first started, we seen Detective Don Carter be somebody who started this season on a mission. He had a vendetta against all drug dealers. He was 2-3 steps ahead of everyone he was talking to. He was manipulating, or at least attempting to manipulate, the Tejadas to go against each other. And I'm telling y'all right now, going into episodes 8, 9, and 10, we are going to see the major, huge downfall of Detective Don Carter. But this is how it's going to happen. And in a sense, it has already started happening. Let me explain. This already starts with the death of Kamal Tate, okay? The death of Kamal Tate was already the mistake that Carter made that will bring down his empire, that will end his regime, okay? He did not give Kamal Tate a chance to decide if he wanted to be dirty or not. Maybe, just maybe, Kamal Tate would have been able to come around. But he moved with a little bit more urgency than maybe he needed to. He kills Kamal Tate. Then we see episode 7 start. And now we got Rashad Tate talking to Carter. He's saying, who killed my brother? Who killed my brother? Find who killed my brother, or I'm going to the press about this. My brother didn't deserve this. We seen Carter, for the first time, really seem to be under pressure. And with him being under pressure, he goes, he takes Nico, they find the Russians, they kill a somewhat innocent Russian, because this Russian is not the person who killed Kamal Tate, because of course it was Carter. But he made the mistake of taking Nico, right? Nico is supposed to be like his main man, 50 grand in this vigilante cop shit. But if you go back to episode 7, before they did that second raid on the Russians to try to frame the dude for killing Kamal, Nico was already upset that Kamal Tate died. And he said it himself. He said, even though Kamal Tate wasn't one of us, he did not deserve to die. And he also was questioning whether the Russians even really had anything to do with Kamal Tate. And from that point on, we see Carter move in a way that he has not moved the whole entire season, where he's moving like he's under some kind of pressure. He's moving like he has to hide something. Nico has been paying attention to this, and we're going to focus on Nico before we even get to the Felicia thing, right? And then finish it out. Nico is going to be the straw that broke the camel's back, okay? After that second raid on the Russians, where Detective Don Carter frames the Russian, Nico says, are you sure that's the guy? What about the other guy? Why are you singling this guy out? Carter exposes his hand again by seeming like he was forcefully trying to frame this random dude for the death of Kamal Tate. And at that moment, he backed Carter. But here's the thing. During that episode, you had Effie, Braden, and Kane infiltrate Nico's house. Nico's mom was under danger. Nico's child was under danger. And when he talks to his wife, and his wife says, hey, one of your fellow officers, a guy named Officer Ramirez, came and he was dealing with crimes in the area, and there was this little white boy and this chick with a ponytail and blah, blah, blah. He's going to be like, wait, my loving wife? Officer who? Officer Ramirez? He's going to look it up, or he's going to remember on the spot that Officer Ramirez was dead. Now, once he does that, he's going to say to himself, why would people come to my house, pretend to be Officer Ramirez? What were they here for? And then here's the thing, when we're talking about that kind of community that Nico lives in, and we're talking about the fact that Effie and Braden, they didn't wear masks or nothing. They didn't wear masks or anything. So, Kane will be seen on camera wearing a police officer's uniform. Okay? Nico will do some digging. He will find out that that is a Tejada. Somehow, some way, he gonna find out that Braden and Effie was in his house. And the first thing he's gonna think is that his boss, Detective Don Carter, is trying to clean up shop. And the reason why he's gonna think Carter is trying to clean up shop is because later on in the episode, he's gonna find out about Felicia. Now, later on, he's gonna find out about Felicia and how Felicia is dead. And what he's gonna start thinking is, okay, so did Carter get too big for his bridges? Did he turn on us? Now he got these drug dealers trying to kill us, or he trying to have us killed off? This is what's gonna have Nico either go to internal affairs, cooperate with his fellow policemen and go to WITSEC or something, right? Or he's gonna go straight to Councilman Tate. He's gonna tell Councilman Tate, like, yo, listen, I believe Carter killed your brother. And by the way, when we go back to Rashad Tate in this situation, when you go to the scene where Carter is trying to tell Rashad Tate, yeah, this is the guy that killed your brother. If you look real quick, it happened within a millisecond. Rashad Tate gave Don Carter the old dog face. He gave him a quick, this nigga's a liar, but I'm gonna go along with it. And by the time they walk out that building, you better believe Rashad Tate. We will find out that Rashad Tate never believed Don Carter, and he been doing his own research. Now, when he comes across Tariq, this is when it's gonna be an even bigger problem for Don Carter, who's gonna say, yeah, Carter did it. Carter did it. Even if he don't know for sure, he gonna be like Kane, and he gonna be like, yeah, whatever they said that nigga did, he did that shit, right? More and more trouble, okay? Nico will be the straw that broke the camel's back, but also he's dealing with Felicia's death. Felicia, who damn sure earned her death. But here's the thing now. Here's the thing. Because of Drew, he ended up in Felicia's house. Felicia caught Tariq, Monet, Diana, red-handed. And now he says, okay, we got to find a way to connect Noma to this and blame Noma for this in order for y'all to save yourself and for me to save my own ass. For the final 3 episodes of the season, we're not going to see Carter be as calm, cool, and collected as he was for them first couple episodes all the way up until the point where Rashad Tate pressed him, right? And put his foot on Carter's neck. I'm letting y'all know how this is gonna go down, okay? So Carter's gonna have to find a way to make Felicia's death look like an accident. But here's the thing. What's an accident when you find a cop home on the floor and her head is bashed in? What, are we gonna go on to episode 8 and they're gonna be like, oh yeah, so Felicia was in the house and she slipped, she hit her head, like who, Jesus' mother from He Got Game? Like, are you serious? Something else is gonna go on with that body, especially after Nico finds out that he had drug dealers in his house and somebody looked into his laptop. It's gonna cause problems. This is gonna be the downfall. And then what else can happen? When you involve one of the Tejadas or Tariq, most likely Tariq, but we could still say one of the Tejadas, maybe even Kane. Okay, so look. Tariq is going to find out in episode 8 that he's caught red-handed killing Zion with Brady. Tariq's going to do whatever he can to mess around and get that footage. Somehow, some way, that footage of him and Brady killing Zion will be gone. It will be gone. Right? So that's another thing that Carter is going to lose. He's not going to be able to keep control. And now, when it comes to Nico finding out about one of the Tejadas being in his house, when it comes to the fact that Nico may take it upon himself to run down on Kane himself or Tariq or somebody and be like, yo, why was you people in my house? They could take it upon themselves to say, Carter sent me to do it. I ain't want to do it. Oh, but he's threatening my family, this, that, and the third. I'm going to tell you the truth. Carter wants y'all all to die so he can run everything. He don't trust none of y'all, blase blah, this, that, and the third. These are all the things that Carter is going to be having trouble with. All right. I don't believe Carter's higher-ups are going to believe that Felicia was killed by mistake. I don't believe that. Carter's empire has already begun to crumble. The downfall has already started. It's going to be over for Carter. But hey, there is one thing that will come out of this though. And that's that Carter will score a huge victory before it's all over, before the rolling credits show. At the end of episode 10, Carter will have at least one more major victory. And I'll be speaking about that in my next video coming out also today. Probably an hour from the time that you're watching this video. If not, it's out already. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace.
Can't teach that shit, nigga. Come on. That's God-given. That's touched by an ink. That's on the dome, nigga.